You're listening to the Jam with Ike Dog.
You're live with Ike Diaz, Chris Stevens, and Lisa Trujillo. We do it big. We do it every week. We get down. We're missing Patrick. We're missing Dave. We're missing a couple of our other podcasting family, but we're here. We're doing it. We're throwing it let me see, what do you want to call it? A promotional podcast for you guys. We usually do Facebook Live, or we do Lisa does her daily early releases for each podcast. But tonight we're just going to do a live one for you guys to check it out and play a few songs. And then we're going to talk about, real quick before we go, we're going to talk about Chris Stevens' Friday podcast, which is called Freaks in the Basement. And also, Lisa Trujillo has two shows. One is an oldie show that is on, I forgot, she'll say in a second. And then also she has Hair Mania, which was just on. So if you catch this right now, make sure you go back and you listen to Hair Mania. It was awesome. It had some great songs. And then also we'll talk about the Jam this Saturday, which will go down. It will be live. So let's start out with Chris Stevens. Chris Stevens, how you doing tonight?
I'm good.
You good? You feeling good?
Feeling good.
I know. It's fine. I've been trying to get a hold of him for like 4 or 5 days. He finally got back to me.
Yep.
I know. Sounds good. Sounds good. So explain to us a little bit more. People have been inboxing me about Freaks in the Basement. You know, because I put a lot of promotion into Freaks in the Basement. I even with my personal give me a beer thing, because in all honesty, I stopped drinking 7 years ago. I stopped drinking beer 7 years ago, so I've been basically a non-alcoholic for 7 years. So the give me a beer thing, it was a good campaign, and I think we should keep that campaign alive. What do you think, Chris?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's just fun. I think it's just great. Give me a beer. All right.
Yeah.
We're live right now, so explain to us how you say it.
Give me a beer.
Oh, come on. Do it in your voice, like when you're on the air.
How do I do it when I'm on the air? Give me a beer.
Okay. Now, all right. But if you are listening to this, I know it's Thursday. There was happy hour. Make sure you don't drink and drive. This is Ike Diaz saying this. Make sure if you need a taxi, call a taxi. If you need an Uber, call an Uber. If you're in the Thornton, Northland area, you can call me at 720-298-2121. I always say this at this time. I will pick you up. I will take you home, and I will take you back to your car tomorrow just to make sure you got home safe and there was no problems. So, and that is the honest truth. So I just want everybody to get home safe and keep people safe in the neighborhood. That's all we ask. So yes, it has been 7 years, and I'm very proud of it. So a lot of people, if you want to ask me how I did it, just call me, ask me. I just stopped, but I can give you more details if you want to call me. So Chris Stevens, once again, we want to get into Chris Stevens' Freaks in the Basement a little bit more real quick before he has to go down, but in a little bit. But give us a little bit more information before you go.
Well, usually on Freaks in the Basement, I read one of my stories and maybe a couple of my poems. Before long, I'll probably be changing it up a bit, where maybe I'll do a couple poems of mine, and then maybe like a story or poem from one of the greats, like one of the classics, like Edgar Allan Poe or Lovecraft or somebody like that.
Oh, that sounds cool. You got too much partying in the background over there, Lisa. We're trying to listen to him. She's after her podcast tonight, so they're still. I guess they're partying over there still. Sorry about that, Chris.
I got everybody in the living room.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Listening to 80s music.
I just want to say something about Edgar Allan Poe. Is that when he was born? I don't know. I just heard it or something. A raven flew in his window, right?
Yeah.
Is that the story, right? Because he does have a movie called The Raven. I remember seeing it, right? Was that Edgar Allan Poe?
Yeah, it was The Raven, Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay, yeah. So the day he was born, it flew in his window. The reason I said this is because I was shocked because there was two famous people that have my same birthday. My birthday is November 14th, and I was shocked about these two famous people. Is Run DMC, Run. Yeah, you know everybody's heard of Run DMC. Run, Rev Run. Me and him have the same birthday. He's about 15 years older than me, but we have the same birthday. I have never known this my whole life till today. And then also T.Y. Hilton, who plays for the Indianapolis Colts, has the same birthday. But he's about, I think he's 10 years younger than me or something. I think he was born in 83, so he's like 5-6 years younger than me or something like that. I don't know. But it was pretty crazy to find that out, that they were both born on my birthday. And Edgar Allan Poe popped up, and it said that a raven flew in his window when he was born. So, and I was, you know how they keep saying that thing, what happens on a Thursday, because they have the football promo? I was born on a Thursday, too. Is that the craziest thing? I never knew that till tonight.
Nice.
Yeah. So you're going to get more into Edgar Allan Poe. Are you saying you're going to read it? Are you going to be are you going to rewrite it, or what are you trying to do with it?
No, I'm not going to rewrite it. I mean, if I read it, it'll be I'm reading his work.
Yes.
I mean, it's in the public domain, so anybody can read it.
Yes.
But the only way I'll do it is if I can do it justice, you know, if I can read it where it sounds good, you know, where I'm doing it justice or whatever.
So who was the other one you were talking about? I couldn't hear you because there was a little bit of racket going on in the on the other line there. I'm just joking.
H.P. Lovecraft.
Who was it?
H.P. Lovecraft.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
H.P. Lovecraft.
H.P. Lovecraft.
I'm influenced by H.P. Lovecraft and Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay.
Those are two of my heavy influences.
Go ahead.
Let me see. Mist in the Stairwell.
From
when I read the story I read on Friday.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I heard it.
That's heavily influenced by H.P. Lovecraft.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I called my main character Howard Phillips. That's because that's H.P. Lovecraft's first name, Howard Phillips. And I made him 46 years old because that was the age that H.P. Lovecraft died. So that's why I was calling him Howard Phillips and made him 46 years old and dying in the story as a nod to H.P. Lovecraft. So
that's awesome. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. I always write about when he's on the air, I always write about the art of storytelling. On all the podcasts, I write about the art of storytelling. And Chris really brings that out in his stories. And it's awesome because if you're able to tell a story, then you're able to project it, and you're able to make the people walk in the shoes of the person you're telling the story of. That's what makes it such exciting and amazing. How do you feel about that?
I think Chris does an awesome job.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that if you miss his show, then you're really missing something, because he does do an amazing job.
And it's growing. So Chris wants to announce that tomorrow, because of some technical difficulties, there's going to be a reschedule. He usually does the mornings, but tomorrow he's going to be doing Friday evening. Is that correct, Chris?
That's fine, as long as it's after like 10 o'clock my time. That'll be all right.
Yeah, that works out perfect. It works out good with the schedule. So that's why this podcast will work out good, because it'll actually take your morning one. The one we're doing now will take your morning one, and then the tomorrow night one will cover in for our podcaster. We have a shout out to Patrick, one of our podcasters. He's not feeling well, so we want to wish him the best and the best of health and everything to him and his wife and his family. So I hope they're doing okay. And get in touch with me, Patrick. Let me know how everything is, and we're here for you for anything you need. So we just want to let everybody know. Chris has went ahead and signed on for 12. We do 12 podcasts. We take 2 weeks off, and you come back for 12 podcasts. So tonight, with me and Lisa, Chris went ahead and signed on with us. the crazy
Yes,
bunch.
you did.
What do you call us again? You call us something, Chris? I don't know. I don't
What are you
know.
talking about on the jam?
Oh yeah, you say something. I don't know. Some funny stuff. I don't know.
Lisa, the alien from space, from outer space.
Yes.
Oh, something. I don't know. Well, anyway, Chris went ahead and signed on with KBLP to finish out his first 12 episodes of his podcast, Freaks in the Basement, and then take a couple week vacation. And then when he comes back, he'll have 12 more episodes. So I guess you got a lot of reading and writing to do, huh, Chris?
A lot of reading to do.
Yeah.
I basically got it all written.
Yeah. It's good, and plus all the books. I didn't see like you read the books you read are different than the ones I read. I read a lot of business books. I'm like every day I'm into a new business book. Whatever I can get my hands on. It's like I got a good friend who's now sending me books on because I got the iPad or whatever, and I get my books on the iPad now. It's cool because I don't ruin because I ruin books a lot because I'll read them so many times, but. The business world is, it's crazy. I don't know, but I'm glad to announce that Chris Stevens is with us for, I think, how many episodes do you already have the first part of your season?
Tomorrow I'll make number 5.
Tomorrow will make number 5. That's awesome. So he'll have, after tomorrow, he'll have 7 more this, first half of the session, and then when he takes his 2-week break, he'll have 12 more when he comes back. So it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to hear what he has in store for us. That's the cool thing, to be able to hear all the excitement and the joy and the compassion and the horror and the I don't like to say the word horror, the horror. I say it wrong. Sorry about that. Okay, the terrifying, the grueling, the grudginess. I don't know, whatever. I'm just making up some
Gruesomeness.
that's what I was gonna say. The gruesomeness of his story. So you have to make sure to tune in. Make sure to tune into that. I'm gonna blow this out tonight. I'm gonna do some promotion with this. This is just a promotional podcast, so I'm gonna put some promotion out there on this on a bunch of different social medias, so everybody gets a chance to come back, listen to it when he's on. So he will be on tomorrow night after 10 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. After
Probably around 11 o'clock, somewhere in that range.
That sounds good. That works out perfect for me because I get home. That's about the time I get home. So, what is it? Friday? Yep, that's the time I'll be home. So that works out perfect, and I'll be ready to listen live because I always have to catch it later. I always have to catch the freakiness later, the freaks in the basement. Give me a beer. No. Hey, I don't mean to say that to anybody because I'm not trying to influence people to drink. I'm really not. It's just kind of an inside joke we do, guys. So don't take it serious. You really don't need that beer. If you want that beer, you drink that beer. It's up to you. If you're 21 and older. I don't know. But anything you'd like to add to this, Chris?
I'll be reading a story and a couple poems and playing some music tomorrow night.
That's awesome. Hey, Chris, I really appreciate you calling in and talking and promoting your podcast and letting everybody know what's going on and your time shift just for this week. And then after that, we'll have you back on your normal schedule.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go into a song right after this, and we'll be talking to you tomorrow on the podcast. Is that cool, Chris?
Cool.
And when we come back from a quick song, I'm gonna have Lisa. Me and Lisa are gonna talk about her 2 podcasts that she has. You ready, Lisa?
Sure.
All right, Chris. Good night.
I'm ready.
Good night, Chris. Thank you. I appreciate it.